All right, you guys, welcome to our week 2 of our call series. Tonight we're going to be talking about social media, and I'm going to be sharing some kind of social media 101, but also I'm going to be discussing what am I going to be discussing? Oh, curiosity. Creating curiosity. I couldn't think of the word. So I am going to be talking about, maybe you've heard of it as like attraction marketing, or, kind of like building your brand or branding marketing. I'm really going to kind of just talk about like the basics of social media and not dive into like what to post. That's going to be another week, but I am going to talk about kind of like how you find your people and how you find the people in that you want to attract into your business, because ultimately it's you. It's just like you. It's a person just like you. So you're going to attract the people that are exactly where you're at. And so I'm going to talk about both of those, social media 101, and then just kind of like what we're doing on social media and like how we're supposed to build a business on social media by sharing our story, by sharing our journey, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're doing. We're sharing our life on social media, and we're doing it with the hopes that we're inspiring somebody to want to do what we're doing, to want to get up off the couch and use the workouts, the Beachbody programs, to want to improve their nutrition and start some healthier habits and drink Shakeology and feel amazing every day and develop some habits of consistency and discipline, and who want to level up their life and who want to show up for themselves first and foremost, but also want to maybe show up for other people and build a brand around inspiring other people and build a fitness brand for themselves, and do what we're doing as coaches and building our business, building a health and fitness business online on social media. So I want to start off by any announcements. I don't think I have any announcements. We kicked off our No Regrets November boot camp, virtual boot camp group. So our challenge for the month is going to be, we're going to be doing a virtual bingo. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we are going to be doing round 2 of Shift Shop. So a lot of girls are finishing Lift 4 this week, and then we'll be starting, excuse me, we'll be starting, I'm in week 2 of Shift Shop, starting that, and right after Thanksgiving, we'll start prep week for round 2 of Shift Shop. Maybe your first time doing it, maybe you've done it before in the past. What's new about it this time is the Proving Grounds workouts. So Chris Downing created new workouts to go with the program. So you'll be doing those as well in the program. What else? December, we're going to be getting ready for, we're going to be going into December with Shift Shop, and then we're going to be promoting and launching Transform 20 come January to kick off the new year. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm really excited. I've been following the test group people on social media, on Instagram, watching their stories. Now, as of November, they've been able to share about the program, so you get a glimpse, and I've been getting a glimpse into what the program is and the workouts and things like that on a step. I started my group fitness journey on a step, and so I'm really excited for that program. So what else do I need to share with you? Let's see. Maybe that's it. Summit. I hope that you have your ticket to Summit. If you don't, get your ticket to Summit next June. We just found out that Rachel Hollis, author of Girl Wash Your Face, which is kind of like the new rave right now, she'll be speaking at our Coach Summit. And so I follow her on social media as well. I love her. I just love her message, and I love her brand. I love what she's about as a mom. Super down to earth, super real, but she'll be speaking at Coach Summit next June. And I'm super excited. I got my ticket. It's discounted. I think it's still discounted. Might want to double check that. But if you don't have it, get it. If you weren't there last year and you have a goal to get to Summit, make it happen. Save the money, put some money aside every month, and make it happen. So tonight we're going to talk about social media. Another week, I forget what week it is, but I will be talking about content, and I will be talking about posting and how to come up with content and things like that. More content focused in another week. So tonight is just going to be about pretty much about like you and how you begin to brand yourself on social media. So creating curiosity and social media 101. So I'm going to be drinking a lot of water because I have like a cold. Both my boys are sick. It's been a heck of a week last week. So let's just jump right into it. So I love social media. I did not start my business knowing anything about it. I did not start my business knowing what to post, how to post, like who to talk to. I didn't know who I was speaking to. I didn't really know anything. I didn't know my brand. I didn't know anything about social media. I had like 200 or 300 friends on Facebook. Didn't have Instagram. Didn't know what YouTube was. Didn't know what Pinterest was. Didn't know what Periscope was. Didn't know what Snapchat was. Didn't know anything about social media. All I knew was that Facebook was kind of new when I started my business, and it was a place to connect with friends and things like that, and family. And so when I started my business, I kind of dove into some social media training, and I started following some coaches that were like training on it, lots of YouTube videos, and just kind of started to, and this was maybe in the first couple of years that I really kind of taught myself like more about social media. And it wasn't actually until probably a couple of years ago. So I've been a coach for 6.5 years. It wasn't until maybe year 4 that I really like caught onto it and like realized like how my business or how posting on social media needs to be strategic. So I don't use social media for like playing around. I don't do games on it. I don't like talk about the weather. I don't really use it to like connect with like family, like things like that. Like to me, social media, especially Facebook and Instagram, those are kind of the 2 platforms I'm on right now. And then YouTube is where I upload all of these videos and things like that. But to me, if I didn't have this business, which is social media based, I don't know that I would be on social media a ton. You know what I mean? Like I don't use it for recreation. I use it for my business, and it's completely strategic. It is, I'm not going to say I have it all figured out and all mapped out because I don't, but on a perfect day or in a perfect world, which is not right now with 3 small kids, 4 and under, you should have a social media plan. You should have a strategic setup of your posts every day and kind of mapped out weekly and monthly, and the content that you're putting out there. You should brainstorm content every week, so that you're not just sitting down on a Monday night and trying to figure out or trying to pick a picture from your phone that you maybe don't even have readily available or edited or anything like that, cropped or whatever, and you're sitting on your phone trying to come up with an amazing post that's going to grab people's attention. That's what you don't want, because that's going to tie you to your device. It's going to make you feel like you are always on your phone. It's going to make you feel like you are that you are my God, mom brain, tied to your phone. So that's what you don't want to happen. And so many coaches get into this business thinking that they have to be on their phone 24/7. You are not a Walmart. You are not open 24/7. You have to think of your business as a, like, you need to have boundaries. You need to think of your business as having hours, and you're not open 24/7. Now, granted, when every newborn stage that I went through with all three kids, yes, at 2 and 4 and 6 and whatever, when I was nursing every couple hours, I would work on my phone through the night. So people would get messages at 2 in the morning from me. And now I think back and it's like, oh, I hope I didn't like wake them up or notify them. Like it would ding or whatever. But if you're smart, you put your phone on airplane mode at night when you go to bed. But so yes, I would work through the night. So, but my people knew my boundaries. My people knew that if they responded back to me at 5 o'clock at night or 5:30 at night, they weren't going to hear from me probably until my kids went to bed that night. And so, because it's supper time and my cousin's getting home from work and it's just chaos. And if you have kids, you know. And so they would know I would not respond, or they would probably not hear from me. Same goes in the morning, like or on the lunch hour, because I feed my kids lunch, my husband comes home. If my clients message me or my prospects message me at noon, they probably won't hear from me until my kids are down for their nap. So you start to create those boundaries, but you have to do that right away in the beginning. You have to create boundaries with your cell phone, with social media, or you're going to hear about it from your spouse. You're going to hear about it from your kids, depending on their age. And you're going to feel like you're constantly tied to your phone. And then you're going to get to the point where some coaches they quit because they feel like I'm always on my phone, or they feel like they have to take this big social media break because they're always on their phone. This is not the problem. If you are tied to your phone, and I want you to remember this in 6 months, I want you to remember this in a year. If you are tied to your phone, that is not a coaching thing. That is a you thing. If you feel like you are tied to your phone and you're always on your phone, that is not a Beachbody coaching business thing. Okay, that is a you thing. That's a personal thing. That is a problem that you need to figure out, and you need to start mapping out boundaries, hours, putting your phone in your bedroom, charging when you are not working, when you are not on it. For me, like I said, I don't use social media as recreation. I don't use it to like connect with Aunt Sally. Like I use it for my business, and I use it to grow and to build my network and for that purpose. So that's why my posts, that's why that's why it's all strategic. It's mapped out. Usually I have an idea right now, like, obviously with having a 10-month-old, and so the last year, like I haven't always been good about sitting down at the beginning of the week, but I can tell you how to do it because I've done it in the past. And so social media, building a business, a network marketing business on social media, everything can be learned. All of the skills, all of the fundamentals, all of the tips and tricks and content strategy and marketing, all of that can be learned. I taught myself all of it. And now I can teach you much faster because I've already gone through it and I've already done it. But you have to take what I'm teaching you and then you have to apply it, or this is all wasted information. And you're wasting your time if you're not going to apply what you're learning. And with social media, what's awesome about that is you can apply it like tomorrow. You can wake up and start to have a strategic plan behind your social media and behind building a business on social media. Now I'm going to talk about content, getting into content and posting and things like that on another week, but I just wanted to preface that by saying this because, preface saying that because so often new coaches start their business and they're become tied to their phone because they don't know anything else. They don't know how to create a plan. And when you don't have a plan for your social media content, then you fall into the trap of scrolling and wasting time scrolling because you're trying to find something of inspiration or something that grabs you and clicks with you that you can then recreate and turn into your own content, right? At least that's what I get into. The cycle I sometimes get into if I'm not prepared, right? And so that's why we scroll. And, if you think about people that just scroll, that are just like those, scrollers, they don't do anything on social media. They just scroll and watch everyone else's life, which is fine. But we're searching, we're looking, we're reaching for something, right? And when we don't have our own strategy behind our social media, that's what we start doing. And so, I'm going to dive into kind of the training tonight. So the skills that it takes to be successful in network marketing can be learned. Like I just said, all the things that can't be learned, you already have within you, which is really great news because you can either learn it or you already have it within you, and you just have to find it, bring it to the surface, and apply it. So some of the things that I can't teach you are to be proof the products work. And this all ties into social media. This all ties into content that you are going to be able to use to be posting about, to be connecting with other people, to be creating that bridge of trust between you and who you are and what message you're putting out there, and the value of your post that you're putting out there to somebody else who can put themselves exactly in your place and go, I get her, I connect with her, I like her, I trust her, I want to follow her more, and I want more of her stuff. So I can't teach you to be proof the products work. I can't teach you to push play on your program and do your workout every single day and drink your Shakeology and use the products and use the supplements and commit to a program to get results so that you can share about those results to inspire other people. I can't teach you that. I can just tell you to get your ass off the couch and get it done, right? But I also cannot teach you motivation. I can't teach you how to have a powerful why, how to have determination. Like, I can't teach you how to ignite that why within you to inspire action. I can't teach you that. You have to have that within you, and you have to have a deep enough reason for why you're building this business, or you're never going to build it. And it's never going to be worth it. The work that it takes to build a successful foundation, that work is never going to be worth it. And you're going to brush it off to the side, and you're not going to do it. And then in 3, 6, 9 months, maybe a year, you're going to cancel. And you're going to say it wasn't for me, or it didn't work out, or whatever. But the truth is, it's just that maybe you didn't do the work that it takes. And the reason you didn't do that work is because you didn't have enough of a why, enough of a passion, enough of a goal that's driving you to put in the work. Like, when I wake up in the morning, because I know what my goals are, because I know what I'm working towards, because I know it's going to take time, I have to stay patient. Patience is not my strong suit, but because I know what I'm working towards, I wake up excited to put in the work, even though it's hard, even though some days I don't want to. I wake up excited to put in the work because I know where I'm going and I know what I'm working towards, right? And so you have to know what your why is. You have to know what ignites that to inspire action. I can't teach you how to have belief in the company. I can't teach you to have passion with the products. You're going to find that by using the products, and you're going to deepen that belief by having results with the products. We all know Beachbody programs and products are amazing. I've compared them. I've done my research. I've lined them up. Like, I know they're legit, and I love the company. I love what they stand for. I love that it's all about quality and not quantity. And that's what's instilled. Using the products, loving them, finding success, being passionate about them, where I would talk about them even if I wasn't associated with the company. Even if I didn't get compensated, I would talk about them anyway, because I was before I was a coach. I was talking about Turbo Jam, and I was talking about P90X, and I was talking about, some of the older workout programs. But that instilled belief deeper into me, and that pours out in my social media when I'm talking about the business or the products or my results or my journey. Okay. I can't teach you how to form relationships and build trust with people. You are going to do that through what you are posting. That your content on social media, and that's why that's how we build a business on social media, is you're bridging that gap between where you were and where you are now to where somebody else currently is, and you're bridging that gap where that person's going, I get it, I'm there, or I've been there, I felt like that, I know what she's talking about, I want to be a part of what she's doing because I want to go where she's going, I want to do what she's doing. Okay. I can't teach you to own your mindset. I can't teach you to flip that switch some days and go, okay, I don't feel like it, I'm making excuses, I need to show up, I need to step up, and I need to show up. I can't teach you how to do that. That comes from the self discipline, that comes from the determination, that comes from personal development. I can give you all the books in the world to read, suggestions and a stack of them of ideas, but I can't make you read your personal development. Your personal development, and this is probably a whole nother video, but your personal development is the game changer for your business. It's not the workouts, it's not the products, it's not the supplements, it's not even the transformations. It is personal development that will take your business from ground up. Okay. That's a whole nother video. But I can't teach you to stay consistent every day, and I can't teach you to never give up. I can tell you, don't ever give up. I can tell you, don't give up on yourself. You're worth it. You deserve this. You deserve what is going to come from this. It might not be, the clearest to see. You might be maybe just starting your business. You might be brand new. You might have been a coach for a while, and maybe now you want to build your business, work your business, grow your business, because you have these goals that have been placed on your heart and you really want to achieve them, but you maybe are wondering, well, can I actually do that? Yes, you can, because I'm proof, and there are so many other coaches that are proof. But you have to never give up, because that's the only way you can fail, is if you choose to stop and to give up. And that's really good news. So why social media? Why, when people tell me like, I don't want to be tied to my phone, or I don't want to share my life on social media, or I'm not big on posting, or this or that or the other thing. All self-limiting beliefs, some excuses, but mostly just the self-limiting beliefs of like what's holding that person back. But why social media? Because that's where everybody's at. Every single person is on their phone. Every single person is looking at content and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Pinterest. Everyone's on their phone. This is the fastest way to reach people. Fastest way. And it does not have to be the most time consuming by any means. Yes, you are going to have to put some work in. Yes, you are going to have to start somewhere. I started with 200 friends on Facebook. I knew nothing about social media, like nothing. Like I was basically my grandma getting a brand new phone and getting Facebook at the same time, going, okay, upload profile picture. Like that's how I was doing what I was doing when I started on Facebook. No clue. And so everyone's there. Number two, it's free. You literally can build, and I know you're not going to wrap your head around this right now, but I want you to. And if you have to write it down, do it. But you literally can build a 6-figure business on social media for free. You don't have to pay a dime. You do not have to invest a dime into marketing, paid ads. You don't have to get a like page or a business page or a whatever page if you don't want to. You literally do not have to invest a dime. Do you know how many businesses, brick and mortar businesses that are 6-7-figure businesses, multi-7-figure businesses, you know how much they have to invest? Like that blows my mind. I can't like get out of control here because I have 2 kids sleeping in the room. But if I could, I would be getting out of control here, because that is incredible. Like my husband owns his own business. Him and his partner own their own funeral home business. You know that they had to invest money, lots of money into that business, into that company. The guys before them, the 4 or 5 generations before them, how much they had to invest in that business to grow it to what it is. You don't have to invest a dime, and you can grow a 6, 7. My coach, Christina, she's a multi 7-figure earner, and she's invested like nothing. Like, that blows my mind. Okay, moving on. That's where our attention is. Number 3, that's where our attention is. Why social media? Because that's where our attention is. That's where everyone's attention is. You will capture people so much faster in a really great social media post or video or clip faster than anything else. And that's how people connect with you. That's how they build trust with you. That's how they decide if they want to work with you or join your team or be a part of your challenge group. Okay. So I can't teach you any of those things. You have to really find those things deep, dig deep and find those things within yourself and figure out how to get those answers based on what area you need to work on. You need motivation. You got to take action first. You need consistency. You have to show up even on the days that you don't want to. You want to build a big following on social media. And when I say big following, I don't mean get a lot of likes, because likes don't put money in your bank account. Being popular on Facebook, being popular on Instagram, they do not pay your bills. You have to be able to build that connection with people, create that curiosity that I'm going to talk about here in a minute, create that curiosity, but also convert those people and move those people to action. Okay. So I'm going to kind of speed through some of this. I got off on a tangent here, and Lord knows I do that. So I'm going to speed through here. But it's honestly, guys, it's so simple. It's very basic. It's very simple. Number 1, you have to know who you are. You have to know who you are. What are your roles in life? Married, and I don't just mean like the surface stuff, like well, I'm a mom, and I'm a wife, and I'm a physical therapist assistant, and I'm a daughter, and like who are you? Like, what's your personality type? What makes you you, right? Like, what makes you different? There are 450,000 coaches. No, this business is not saturated, because a very small percentage of people are actually growing and building their business, Emerald and beyond. So what makes you different? What makes you stand out? Because if you don't know that, you're just going to blend in like the rest of the thousands and hundreds of thousands of coaches that are just posting their Shakeology thing with like that. Like, you're just going to be another face, and you're just going to be another scroll that people go right past, or they unfollow because they're sick of seeing it. And I think we can all agree, like, the reason that you guys follow me, the reason that you guys joined me and my team, is because you connected with me in some way, shape, or form. You didn't just see a million workout video or pictures. You didn't just see a million Shakeology pictures, right? You didn't just see a million energized pictures, right? Because I'm not the company. Like, you didn't join me because of the products and because of the supplements and because of the fitness programs. You joined me because of me, right? So you have to know who you are. Who's your social circle? What's your financial situation? What are you passionate about? What are your hobbies? What is your strengths, your weaknesses, things that you love, that you hate? What makes you happy? What are your passions? What aren't your passions? If you didn't have this business, like, what are you passionate about? It doesn't have to be all Beachbody and all health and fitness. And what are your past struggles and challenges? What do you fear? These questions here are what is going to make the most impact on your content with other people. What are your past struggles and challenges? What is holding you back from achieving your own goals? Why are you different, and what do you fear? What are your self-limiting beliefs? Where do you need accountability the most in your life? What are your goals, short-term and long-term? Why are your goals based on how you struggled previously? Do you understand that? What did you used to struggle with? Because usually what we struggle with, we make our goal. Most of the time financial, right? Like I used to live paycheck to paycheck. I have a goal to create a 6-figure business by the end of the year. Like that ties into whatever your goals are, usually ties to a struggle that you've been through. What area of your life are you most confident? What are your strengths? Where do you step into your power? Like where do you feel your best, and where do you feel like yourself the most? In what are you doing? Those things are going to connect you the most, because when you're transparent with people, when you peel back the layers and you really start to show people the real you and what you struggle with, what you've overcome, that's where you connect with people, because that's what people want to know, is that they also are struggling with this, or that they want to know that they're not alone in their struggles. And by knowing who you are, you can then know who your audience is. Because if you have no clue who you're talking to, you can't just talk to everybody, because when you talk to everybody, you reach nobody. You have to know who your audience is. You have to know who you're speaking to. And if you don't, get off of social media and figure that out. Seriously, like just shut it down, close it, and figure that out, pen to paper. You have to know who your lifer is. Who's your lifer? Age, demographic. What are they offended by? What aren't they offended by? What is their sense of humor? Do you know their hair color, what they look like? Can you envision that person? Where are they from? What do they struggle with? What does their Instagram account look like? What's their style, personality, colors, everything? And by knowing that, you're going to know exactly what to post, because you're speaking to that person. And most of the time, it's somebody just like us. If you don't know what to post about, just go back to what your struggles are. Every single day, figure out like a fear. Like I am overcoming this, or I'm working through this, or I'm going through this, or today I feel this. And that's going to come from personal development as well. Like if you don't have any content, every single day out of your personal development book, take away an aha and post about it. Use your social media as accountability for you to keep doing the things you're supposed to be doing. Your workouts, your personal development, your nutrition, getting over self-limiting beliefs, busting through fear, busting through plateaus, internal growth, growing through what you're going through. Use that as content and post about that every single day. So you have to know who your lifer is, your brand message. Now, like there's this big fancy kind of like arena around branding and what's your brand and what's your like branding. To me, I had no clue. I thought it was this big fancy word that like meant, I didn't know, foreign language. And really all it is, it's just who you are. What are your favorite colors? What's your personality? What's your tone when you're posting on Facebook? Like when I'm posting on Facebook, like what you see, or on Instagram, what you see, I'm talking about Facebook because I probably used it the most in the past, or the 6.5 years, but what you see is what you get. How I post on Facebook is exactly who I am in person. I'm a little sarcastic. I sometimes swear. I try not to swear on social media because my husband can read it and then he's like on my ass about it. But what you see is what you get. Okay? And so you have to know like who you're speaking to. The people that get offended by me saying like the F word, or like AF, like, as you know, he can hear me, that's why I'm not saying it. But the people that get offended by that are not my people. They're just not. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people that are like, I don't get her, and I don't think she's funny, and I don't like her colors of hot pink, and I don't like her graphics that she posts about her coaches. I don't get the glitter. I don't get the unicorn thing. I don't get like, those are not my people. And that is okay, because that's your goal. You want to weed out the people that are just not your people. So what is the feeling that people get when they see your stuff, when they see your content? I know how people are going to feel when they read my stuff, because those are my people. I know exactly how they're going to feel. And that's why you can't let what other people think. I shouldn't say other people. Why you can't let certain people control what you're doing based on what you think they're going to think. That's such a clusterfuck. Like, you can't care about what people are going to think about what you're posting or what you're sharing about, because it doesn't matter anyway, because those aren't your people. So who cares? And like, at the end of the day, at the end of your life, at the end of like when your kids are grown and off in college and it's just you and your husband, and like you're broke and living paycheck to paycheck still and unhappy and miserable and overweight, like, is it really, like, was it worth it to let those people dictate and care and have an opinion and judgment on what you were posting about, which made you stop growing your business, which made you quit? Right? Like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. What matters is who you want to help, who you want to inspire, who you want to extend your hand and go, girlfriend, I got you. Like, let's do this together. That's all that matters. All the white noise of other people judging you and criticizing you, guess what? It's just a projection of where they're at in their own life. And that's okay. Like, let them think what they want. You stay in your own lane, because when you stay in your own lane, there's no traffic. So you have to know who, number one, you are. Number two, who's your lifer? Number three, what's your brand? Essentially, brand message. Like, what message are you putting out there, and what's your brand? You got to know all that. You got to write that stuff down, get it on paper. Number four, you have to be uniquely you. Like I said, there's a million coaches out there all doing the same thing because they see one coach doing it and it's working for them, and then that trickles down and everyone else does it. And guess what? It doesn't work for them because it's not who they are. You have to stay true to who you are. You have to be boldly you and go forward in confidence, knowing that I am going to post about what I want. I'm going to share about what I want. I'm going to share about my struggles. I'm going to share about my challenges and how I'm overcoming it. And guess what? Anybody who doesn't get that, that's okay, because you're not speaking to them anyway, right? And when you start to build your coaching team and you start to build your client base, don't you want people in that you would hop in a hotel bed with and like go to an event with and be able to like hang out with and have fun with and laugh with and do unicorn stuff and like drink the Energize and have fun, right? Like, you want to be surrounded by people that are just like you, that get you, because those are going to be your lifers, and those are going to be the people that have the strongest connection to you and stick around long term. So you have to be uniquely you. There's thousands of people doing what we do. We cannot give up, and no one is going to build your business like you. No one is going to build your business like you. I struggled with this for the first probably 5 years of my business. So like, for the last 5 years, I struggled with caring about what people think, caring about everything I'm posting, overthinking this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, I had to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 my ass, because I had to let it go. And if you have not read that book, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, highly, highly suggest it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, post. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, invite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get on live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, you have to take those steps forward in order to reach the people that are meant to be a part of your tribe, to be a part of your circle. You have not inspired somebody yet. I'm going to F this up. You have not inspired somebody yet. I'll come back. All right. So number, I think we're on 5. 5? Yeah, number 5. So creating curiosity, we're doing all of that through what I did, the 4 things I just listed. We're doing all of that through building your brand on social media by posting who you are and what your challenges have been and what you're overcoming and what you're going through right now. That you're building curiosity through all of those things. I have a couple more and then we'll wrap it up. But you have to, number 5, meet them where they are. You have to meet your potential, your future person where they are, right? You can't try to, so oftentimes coaches try to push and persuade and try to convince people to join our challenge group or to buy a challenge pack or to drink Shakeology or to, get Beachbody on Demand or to join our team and start their own business and, do what we do what we're doing, those of us who are building our business. And they might not be ready yet. They might be like just starting their fitness journey and we're trying to throw Beachbody on Demand and Shakeology and Energize and Recover all at them. And they're like, wait a minute, I have no clue like what you're even talking about. So we have to give people something to grow with so that they can build on it later. So we might have somebody join a challenge group or join even let's go back to free groups, because I used to run for 3 years straight. I think every single month I ran a free 5-day group. Before we didn't have Clean Week, we didn't have the stuff we have now. But so I was coming up with meal plans. I was coming up with like workouts. It was ridiculous and a lot of time, but it really did help create a pipeline of new customers for me. But it was a lot of time, and that was obviously before I had kids, and so, or just one kid. So that free group allowed me to meet those people that needed just a free support group and just some tools to get started. That allowed me to meet them where they were, instead of only doing paid challenge groups, instead of only doing, you have to have a challenge pack in order to join my group, right? You have to meet people where they are. You have to give them options. You have to give them different avenues to be able to work with you. And those free groups, some people then turned into paid customers. Some of those people then turned into coaches on my team, right? And so it was a process that I was taking them through and leveling them up, right, along the way. But you have to meet people where they are. And the way that you know how to do that is by what you're posting about based on your own life. Because you meeting somebody where they are, when somebody comes to you, how you know where they are is a place you've already been, because they're connecting with you on some level, in some way, shape, or form. So you know how to help them. You know how to meet them where they are because you've already been there. You've already done it. Or maybe you're currently doing it. So you know how to do that. And we have to take them on a customer journey, right? We have to take them on a customer journey going from this to, maybe a bigger challenge group to maybe then our team, right? And so we have to meet them where they are. We have to give them something that they can grow with and build on. But people say no because they aren't ready, right? We're trying to give people something that they aren't ready for. So we have to make sure that we have different avenues of opportunity to give to people. And then the last one is we have to, through our content and creating curiosity, like we don't want to give away all of our stuff. Like you don't want to, when you're sharing about your story, you don't want to share about, you don't want to product drop or name drop. You don't want to, it's really not about the products. It's really not about the company, right? Like it's really not about any of that. It's about you. And it's about your story and your journey and showing people, sprinkling those breadcrumbs along the way, trying to inspire people to want to come and pick up those breadcrumbs and keep following you and eventually join you. So it's really not about the products. We don't need to say Shakeology in our post. We don't need to say Beachbody On Demand in our post. We don't need to say Energize in our post. You know, you can call it whatever, some fun name that you want. That creates curiosity. Well, what is that yellow stuff she's always drinking? It's kind of like in an Instagram story, if I have on, you know, like bright pink lipstick and I'm talking about like my 2 sick boys all week long, and I'm talking in my video, creating curiosity, I'm not going to say like, oh, and by the way, this is really amazing lipstick. It's this and this, and from this and this. This is a whole nother video on content, but people are probably going to message me and go, awesome lipstick. Where'd you get it? What color is that? What kind is that? What's the brand? Same with outfits, same with clothes, same with, you know, workout shoes, workout clothes, anything, clothes, like outfits for your kids, furniture in your house, decor, fashion, like whatever it is. It doesn't really matter what it is. You just want to create curiosity. You want to create those conversations. You want to create those connections. So you kind of want to remember those 3 words: curiosity, connection, conversation. You're creating curiosity to trigger a connection to then lead into a conversation. Okay? So then you're going to help people take action without selling, right? And we really want to, the content we're putting out there, we want to be able to help people help themselves. We cannot save everybody. We cannot motivate everybody. That's not our business. Our business is to share our story on social media, and with hopes of inspiring people to take action to help themselves, right? And we're just the accountability partner to do that. So I hope this helped tonight, you guys. I know it got kind of late. Thank you so much for staying on. If you do have any questions, I'm going to post the recording in our group, and you can just comment on that. Maybe you have to go back and watch some of it, but that's what I have.